All right, we are back. We're here at the NXL event E1 2025, specifically WNXL. I'm Matt Falby. I'm here with my co-host, Jess.
Yep.
Introduce yourself.
I'm Jessica Tremblay, and I'm here playing on Sunday, and I'm super happy to be back and see everybody.
Not everybody makes it to Sunday.
I know. Hey, we already made it to Sunday, so it's good.
All right, here we go. We got Sirens on the left, Immortal Angels on the right. Looks like we have 5 alive for both teams. I take that back.
We just lost one over here.
Yeah, body's walking off. Not a great start for Immortal Angels. Sirens take advantage of it by immediately getting up to this 50 standing wedge over here on the snake side. They're also into the S2.
It looks like we lost someone from Immortal Angels on the Dorito side, so hopefully they have filled that one.
I have a bad feeling about this for the Immortal Angels. This feels like it's falling apart. They've lost position. They've lost bodies.
I've noticed it is a race to the 50, and it looks
my God, yes.
Yeah, it looks like we're already here at the 50 snake.
With
on the other side.
With no opposition. Not only that, this siren can wrap and just do a ton of damage.
Looks like we've got 2 at the 50. I can't see from this side, but
I think that's Jenny.
they've already covered some good land over here.
Oh, and we're in the splash zone.
It looks like,
So Jamie's definitely been spotted.
She has been spotted.
There's no secrecy. I wouldn't mind seeing her drop back, swing to the other side, look left, look inside from the backside. I think instead she's going to try to crawl.
It looks like the Sirens have definitely covered most of the land up here, and it looks like they're taking that advantage, and they're taking people out with them. So it's looks like a little battle right here with that back on Dorito. Oh, will she get her? She's got a great lane on her. Just one more ball, and then
Immortals are starting to switch the field, though. They're pushing over there on that Dorito side.
We've got Victoria Norman at the 50. Snake wing over here on the snake side from the center. And she was just shooting inside, and now she's trying to get this guy on the back. And that is...
Jamie has extended herself past that 50.
There you go.
Working.
I think they just...
I don't love the stand up and run.
That was I don't think she got... Oh, there's a flag. We have a penalty for Immortal Angels.
Unfortunately for Immortal Angels, I'm not sure they have many bodies left to even fulfill that penalty. That's probably the dagger that's going to finish them off. Yeah, that is a clear field.
I think they're trying to ensure that is clear. I don't know if anyone in the center. There they go. They're going up now. Yep.
How terrifying is that moment when you think when the field goes silent? You think, oh, there's nobody shooting, and you're like, now I got to move forward, and I have no idea if there's one landmine.
The dead silence, and it gets a little squirrely up in there.
I hate that. I'd rather them shooting at me. I'd rather be a body left shooting at me than silence. I
absolutely
freaking hate the silence.
You don't know where they're at. And so that looks like a win for the San Francisco Sirens.
Yeah. Solid win, I got to say, for the Immortals, the flag.
I think, they did a great job pushing up that field, and I think it is definitely a race to 50 field.
Yep.
So.
All right, good work. Well, next time we're going to see Heroines versus TIKIS OHANA. Heroines, probably the dominant team coming in, certainly the favorite team. TIKIS has shown some good stuff this weekend so far, though.
I'm excited to see them play. I haven't seen them play yet, so I'm very excited. Here we go. See if we can get them all in the box, ready to go.
A surprising amount of teams have been late to the box today.
Really?
Yeah, not good organization.
I saw a few switcheroos happening last minute.
Yeah, maybe it's the beginning of the season and teams their pit crew is not quite locked in yet. I don't know, but it's not been great.
Here we go.
Heroines
so
on your
we
left.
got 5 alive on the breakout. OHANA has already lost 1 off the snake side.
Heroines 5 alive. They had an interesting breakout over here to this mini temple, kind of a dog leg run. Haven't seen yet today.
Looks like they are doubling up that home, too. And I wonder who's going to break out where.
Alexis Laser working up the middle for Heroines. She's holding down that snake tower. Now, there's nobody in the snake over here for OHANA, so she's free to shoot Dorito side. But if the snake gets hot, she should probably switch back.
I don't see anybody in the snake right now.
No, snake's wide open.
I haven't seen that in a little while.
Alexis moves up, freeing up room for Katie Kelly to take that snake side tower.
I haven't seen any movement from OHANA's side. And I think they're playing very conservatively until they try to get that kill, because they know they've already lost 1 off the break. So
you could make an argument that if you're going up against a team like the Heroines, who on paper are probably one of the best teams, and you're already down a body, maybe that's when it's time to become aggressive. To try something.
They might be playing the bait, the old bait where they have them come to you and then you just
draw them in.
Yep. A lot of communication going on Heroines side, a lot of yelling.
First player dropping for the Heroines.
Dorito side.
Yep. Heroines very stacked up the middle.
Yes.
They've got both towers and the standing wedge at the 40.
Here we go. We got a tower bump all the way to the center wing. And OHANA's getting a check. All good.
I don't know the Heroines codes well enough. They're calling alpha. I don't know if that means slow it down or if it's a call out for a particular bunker.
It is definitely a particular bunker.
Yeah.
Oh, we finally have some snake action, you guys, and we have a breakaway from home on OHANA. Heroines are taking the 50 snake. They're stacked through the center 50.
Better late than never for Heroines taking the snake. The noose is really closing on OHANA here. While they've done a good job keeping bodies alive up to this point, with the exception of dropping one, this is getting tough when you've lost the 50s. This is not good.
It's all about land gain right here, this layout.
So Rojas is going to be allowed to wrap here, do some damage. She's going to go after that mini temple.
Yeah, she's putting a lot of pain on that mini temple and that center.
It does not pay off. Doesn't get the kill.
Yeah.
She's going to switch to looking in the inside.
Actually, all three are looking inside. 4. So if OHANA really wanted to, this is their time to bump into the snake.
Yeah,
they are all looking one way.
You are absolutely right. All 4 guns looking the wrong way.
It's a little dangerous, but I mean, I guess I am not too familiar with, how long OHANA has been playing, but it is a lot of field awareness there with that. And they just lost someone from OHANA's side, from Dorito.
Rojas,
but they're doing a great job staying alive for what they've got right now. So hopefully you can still pull it off. There's still some time.
You need to catch Heroines in some transitions, catch and get the kills, and right now that's not happening.
And
OHANA's just dropping bodies.
Yep, here we go. They're just pushing up through the center. I feel like they could have, if they caught on to all those guns on one side, they could have just ran through.
Yeah,
just that's just me thinking squirrely.
Yeah. So here's one thing I'll say as you've done commentator work.
Yeah.
I always have to give players an excuse because you and I sitting in this booth see everything.
Yeah.
Like we see every
everything.
angle. We see. pretty much.
Yeah, for the most part. For sure.
You as a player, you're a player. Yeah. You're in a bunker. There's 3 guns shooting at you. You have no idea what's going on in the field. So when I sit here in the commentator's booth and I go, "Oh, that was a dumb idea," I have to dial myself back and be like, wait a second. I have like 300 times the information that player does. So, I try not to be too critical.
I know.
Because when I'm on the field, I'm just as blind as they are. So, but anyways, I don't think. Yeah.
But I was surprised Heroines maybe didn't catch that they were all looking one side, and it's not. That's kind of I don't want to say like a rookie mistake, but you definitely don't want to do that, especially when you still have a snake body. Presence on that side.
All right. Next, we're going to see Immortal Angels versus San Francisco Sirens.
Awesome.
Sirens are going to be on your right.
All good here. 5 alive on Siren's side.
5 alive. For the Immortals choose to take this snake corner, which I hate. I don't want to be there. You shouldn't stay there. If you go to it, you should just bypass it and crawl into the snake.
Yeah, I agree.
It's Bunker Muerto, the bunker of death.
Oh, we just lost someone on the 2. Oh, wait.
So there are 4 bodies left alive for Immortal. They lost their snake insert, the mini temple.
We are 5 alive on Sirens. I think we got someone over here trying to move into the snake, just head checking over. But just bumped into Doritos from that little...
This Siren player standing at the stand-up wedge here at the 50 is in a great position to stop any entry into the snake. She's great, yeah.
She just needs to hold that lane and be patient. I know she's got some tower.
She's starting to get a little kill hungry. She's starting to wrap.
I know. Look at our snake side here on from Sirens. They're looking to get into that snake, and they're just waiting on that lane to calm down.
Yeah, she needs...
Oh, she's in the brick.
Here we go. Movement up the Dorito side by the Sirens. They're into
head
the
checking the lane. We got someone, it looks like, at the 50 Dorito, and they just lost another body on the left here.
So Angels managed to get in the snake while at the same time they lose their snake tower.
And she is moving up through the snake. Here we go. They're taking most of the land.
Oh, she's going to get picked.
Still 5 alive.
Angels
and they've just lost 3?
Yeah.
4.
It's all falling apart.
This is not. I don't know if they're going to towel this or not. I think it's a 5-on-1.
I would towel it if I'm a coach. There's not much good to come out of this.
Yeah. Builds character, though.
Wow. Sound like an abusive father.
Hey, I've had it done to me several times. That's how you learn. There you go. And
there it is. There's the towel out.
Yep. Good win for the Sirens. Let's see.
Yeah, Immortal's just maybe not quite aggressive enough, pushing up the snake fast enough. Honestly, that player at the 50 standing wedge here was a huge factor.
Yeah, that was a great stopping force.
Now, these middle standing wedges, at least my observation today, is they have a lot of potential to do damage, but their survivability is not good. It's tough. It's not easy to live there, especially once they know there's
a lot going on over there.
It ain't great. You can do damage from it, but
you definitely can. But it's going to be, I think it's a good for a quick trade-off, too.
It reminds me of the old, I'll be a sniper by climbing a tree. That's a great plan until they see you. And then what are you going to do?
Yep.
And that's what those wedges are. They can do damage, but, oh, man. Oh.
Here we go. We got Heroines to my right. It looks like they're taking similar breakout to last time on Heroines' side here, doubling up the center home.
Good shooting by the Heroines. They take out the snake runner for Tiki.
And Tiki has gone up to the center wedge, so alive up here, trying to stop a lane on D side.
Tiki is still doubled at home. I don't like that. Got to get out of there.
We still don't have anyone in the snake right now. I know people are itching to get in there.
Well, Tiki does not have any player in good position to take the snake. Heroines have a better chance here of getting in the snake.
And that back center over there, the home, is heavy dialed in on snake side, so I don't see anyone from the other side getting in there anytime soon.
There's a move up to the snake side tower by the Heroines.
But now that opens it up for them to get into the snake because they've completely dropped their gun on that.
We still have
with Heroines looking, again, inside at the Doritos.
So OHANA takes the opportunity to bounce out to this mini temple. They're now mirrored up with the Heroines in the opposing mini temple.
We have, Heroines just lost one, and they got a minor. There we go.
Now there's a drop back.
She's taking them off.
It's a major shift here for OHANA. They have an opportunity. Now
this is their time to move if they need to do it.
Yeah, they got to go now. There's a little bit of confusion. You're right. There's a good window of opportunity here.
Hopefully they saw that yellow bird go up and saw these girls walk off. Hopefully they can communicate that to each other and start moving, because this is where they need to start pushing hardcore.
I think that's one of the Blanco sisters that, despite being down in bodies, just is starting to push the snake here for the Heroines.
Yep.
Oh, and it's working. Another OHANA player walking off up the middle. So we talked about that window that Tiki had with that penalty and the confusion it caused. They didn't take advantage of it. Instead, it's the Heroines pushing.
Here we go.
I think we might be in a 2-on-2 at this point.
3. No, they have a third on Doritos' side, and she's moving her way up to Doritos.
D3, D50.
Here she goes. She's up in there now in that nitty-gritty Dorito area.
She's got to do some damage.
Laning. Oh, and she just took a kill.
She's starting to.
She's picking them off. This is not looking good for the Heroines. It looks like...
Drop back by Blanco, except she drops back to what is the worst bunker on the field.
I know. Fortunately, if it was maybe a can or something.
It is a hard place to live in a 2-on-1, 3-on-1.
It is. But she got wide, so better than being on the ground like that. But I guess the Dorito, you're still kind of on the ground.
True. You're trading one hell for another.
Yeah. But she's got some talent, and she's got some. She's got the height, like you know. So she might be all right. She might get out of this.
I think those are fair statements for her.
For sure. And we've got over here at the Dorito 50, OHANA jumping, trying to get a hit over the top of that giant square, and she just got picked off. So OHANA has lost another player, and she still has someone at the back. I'm not really certain why they're not pushing.
So we have D3 now hot for Heroines.
1 left on OHANA. Oop.
Wow, she's going for it.
There she goes. I mean, what are you going to do? You're the last one left. You've got no choice, really. You don't want to be gunfighting.
I agree. What?
Wow. Was that a win for the Heroines again?
I think it's going to be.
I mean, good hustle from OHANA, but good hustle from both teams. That was kind of a crazy point.
And they'll towel out of it. If you're the Tikis team and you're looking back at that one, like we talked about, that moment when the flag went up, that was your best chance, and you really didn't push when you needed to.
Oh, yeah.
All right, we have a moment to thank one of our sponsors. That's PittsburghPaintballSupply.com, who has an exclusive JT drop with the JT Mastodon series. White,
I saw those on
red.
our table here in one of our pits, and it looked really good.
Did you steal one?
No.
Yeah, see, you got to get on that shoplifting kick. It's really fun.
I like to steal pods. I always win the pod war.
So I don't believe anybody owns a pod. I'm not a fan of socialism, but when it comes to pods, no one truly owns a pod.
You know, I've never paid for a pod in my life.
I believe it. You are merely the caretaker of the pod for the next person. That's all.
I take great care of them, you know. Had some from years ago. Here we go. Can we get 5 alive? Immortal Angels to my right.
Sirens drop their first player going up the middle.
They are both taking grounds in the center. It's about to be a nice little party up here. Who's going to win it?
It is going to be a point-blank gunfight in a second.
Oh, did she?
Now it's a trade out.
I didn't see her get shot.
I saw the hopper hit on the Angel. I'm not sure where the hit for the Siren was.
Well, here we go.
Siren's into the Snake. Snake 1, she's going to bypass it right to Snake 2. That's fine. There's no tower waiting for her, so she can do this.
She's not getting any heat. Up, and we now have a Snake corner. So she just needs to be careful bumping out and, you know, checking off that corner street.
Ooh, now that Dorito's hot.
She needs to look inside because she's about to get clipped in the pack.
Yeah, if she can play the outside of this brick, she'll be okay. But if she looks inside,
and she's looking inside, and she's looking and she sees it. She's trying to get that angle on her, and I think she's at a very tight spot. And we got more on your side over there. On the left side is they're bumping through the Doritos.
Yeah, Siren's moving up to the D2. If this Siren player at the 50 brick would look left, she might get a free kill on that Dorito side. But at the very least, she has to become aware of that danger to her. Or she, like you said, she's going to get hit in the pack. She's so locked onto the outside here, though.
You know, I wonder I mean, I know she saw her looking inside of the Snake, but I'm wondering if it's just too narrow.
Yeah.
But you had just had someone up move up. So we've got about, I don't know if I think she got clipped at the Dorito 50, but now another girl just filled in. And I think she hears her, and I think she's trying to put eyes on her. And she's over here fighting with this corner.
Angel's into that 50 brick now. Siren's losing another player.
Oh, they're moving up to Dorito. They're on their side of the field about to get her in the back. They might tag the buzzer first.
The Angels are just conveyor belting players up that Dorito
Look,
side.
they're going for it. They're trying to close it down. The question is, will they hang it or will they wait to shoot her? And
shoot her.
There they go. But they still have one alive over here on our side here, so she can. And they tagged it. So
yeah, the Angels were just feeding players one after another up that Dorito side, and it worked. So for the Sirens, the worst thing is that they had a player at this all-important 50 brick. She didn't do enough damage fast enough to swing that game. It was long and slow and grindy for her, and it was too long. That is unfortunate.
Definitely seeing a lot of different plays come out, though. This is very interesting.
What do you think of this field? You played it a bit?
I actually have not.
Oh, you haven't got any time on it?
No.
And you're playing on it Sunday?
Yeah. We're going to practice tomorrow.
Okay.
It's, it's like riding a bike.
Where are you going to practice tomorrow?
Maybe TIKIS.
Oh, okay. So you're going to go to another field. Okay. All right. I'm like, what, are you just going to jump on the field here?
Yeah, I might.
All right.
In between. Throw on a mask. Throw on that new JT mask.
All right. So you go to TIKIS. You're commentating on a TIKIS game. There's bias here. The internet's going to eat you alive. Just be aware.
Oh, been there, done that. What's new, guys?
All right.
No, they're great. We love them. They're good people.
What, the internet? No, the internet is awful people.
TIKIS.
Do you not understand that? The internet are horrible people.
We got a 5 alive breakout on both sides here so far.
Heroines pushing up the middle to that standing.
That's what they do.
Yeah, that middle 50.
We got someone in the Snake here on TIKIS OHANA.
TIKIS loses their player up the middle.
Oh, we got one person on TIKIS.
This TIKIS Snake player needs to go to work.
This is your time to move.
Yep. She does have a gun on her, don't get me wrong, but if she can win a gun dominance battle, not even kill.
TIKIS just lost a secondary.
Oof. For Tiki, it's the Snake.
Yeah.
Got to move, got to do damage.
She's moving.
There she goes. At least gets up there.
She's in a good spot, though. I think the knuckle in front of her is getting the brunt of the heat.
Yeah.
And I can see there's obviously bounce shots like freaking crazy on the Snake 1 behind her.
That cake, yeah.
Yeah, it's just getting plastered. And Heroines just lost some from the tower.
There it is. There's the
window
window
out to the Snake corner, so here we go.
There's the window for this Tiki player. She needs to go now.
Well, you got that wing, and now she just fell to the tower. So now she's back stuck. She had that little window to move.
She missed it.
You know, it also, this sun, like I'm struggling to see, and I'm wondering different sides of the field if she can even see with some of the glare and shadows and working that.
It's becoming an issue. If you're on the snake side trying to look Dorito side, it's becoming an issue.
Oh, Heroines just lost someone at the D50. And Snake is moving up, and this is where it's happening. Here comes the trade. Oh.
Yeah, that'll just be a trade. Honestly, for Heroines, it's probably a trade they don't mind. Because that was the last Tiki player in position to do a lot of damage.
And that was Paige Vassar in the Snake holding that down.
For Tiki.
Yep. Great job, Paige.
Drop back by Heroine.
And we have a fill to the Snake on OHANA's side again.
Just going to get to that 50 brick.
Get to that brick. And it looks like a little gunfight here. She just goes in the corner.
Go to that baby Dorito. Heroines drop back to the baby Dorito.
And she's trying to work her way down the Snake, and I wonder if she knows that she's in that 50 Snake.
Well, if she's an offensive mindset, that's fine. But in a defensive mindset,
if she knows, I think OHANA's might have the advantage right here.
Yeah.
I don't think she's spotted her yet. Oh no. And a trade. Oh.
No trade.
She's gonna call for a check. Let's see. Probably on her hopper. It's on the loader.
Well, that might have been just some.
Maybe it was some rub. Maybe I can't see.
Yeah, that might have just been some sun.
So she's going to try to take that. Hopefully it's a clean hang. I'm sure they'll recheck, but that'll be a Heroines win if this is a clean hang.
I don't know. Was that Tiki player looking backwards shooting at her when she went for the hang? No, it's clean. You're right. You're right. It's clean. Okay.
I think I'm seeing glares now.
There's definitely a lot of glare going on. This is becoming a thing. Wow, that was an exciting game.
It was.
These teams are following the script that we gave them. Thank you so much. How else are we going to drive views?
You know, getting this late in the afternoon, too, can be exhausting. So I don't know how long they've been going on today, but I know when you get to this time of day, it's kind of like, oh.
Yeah. I'd rather have all my games first thing in the morning.
Oh, 100%.
Just to avoid the heat.
Knock it out. Between 8 and 10, I'm happy.
Then head to the pool.
Yeah. Nice little brewski.
Just kidding. My Airbnb doesn't have a pool.
Oh.
No, we don't. Dang. We're the webcast production crew.
You got to just hit up someone that does.
We're sleeping in tents underneath an overpass.
We love it.
All right. Immortal Angels on your left. They're down by 1 point to the Sirens. There's 8 minutes on the clock, which is a ton of time.
This is a lot of time. A lot of time to do some things.
20 seconds.
Getting everyone situated, wiping off these bunkers. I think we're going to have a snake runner on Siren side. We're about to see. Just judging by the
body language.
Yep, here we go. Yep, snake runner.
Not so much for the Immortals.
Looks like they got their guns up on Immortal side.
Yeah, Immortals more of a pocket play. They do take the D1, 5 alive.
You know, I don't even think the Sirens broke out to the snake.
I think it was just a fake body language.
It was a fake run and pull up the gun.
Yep. Oh, they're body pulled. I think that's a penalty.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a penalty pull. So they're going to lose 2 bodies almost
And they're
immediately.
checking in this back center too. And she's good. But 2 bodies lost from Sirens right now. 5 alive still. On Immortal Angels. And they pretty much cleared out the back center for Immortal Angels. And they're just...
Angels starting to funnel players
Sirens
up that Dorito
just
side.
came off, and I think that's cleared.
Yeah.
A very quick point.
That might be the last player walking off for the Sirens from the mini temple. No, they still have this snake side
tower.
tower.
They do have her. Oh, my goodness.
You know what? Her
jersey fighting.
Her jersey color roughly matches the color of paint on the bunker now.
She was putting up a good fight. That's a kind of, like I said, a scary place to be when you're the last one, especially up there in the center like that. Yep.
You know you're going to die. You just don't know when.
Oh, we love those memes. Y'all know what I'm talking about on Instagram. You're the last one, and it's not cool.
You know it's coming.
Yep.
All right, well, Tiki's OHANA, they're down 3-0. There's 5 minutes on the clock. Obviously, they can't afford to lose any more points. They've got to win this. If they lose this, the match is essentially over. I know that might be calling a little bit too much, but...
Heroines up by 3 right now. And
all right, we got a timeout on the field.
Let's see.
So we got an extra minute.
There we go.
But I haven't seen the Heroines God, even when the Heroines have gone down in this match, on a point, looking like they're going to lose the point, they still rally it back.
Yeah, they've always done that, though.
Yeah.
They've always figured that out, how to come back. And they do play the center a lot. They know when to fill.
Yeah, it's got to be frustrating.
That's your field awareness. Yeah, there's a lot of people that don't have as much, experience, playing this. So it is new, but it's all learning experience. So what's good about once you get in there and play, you can correct that.
And, I don't have the numbers in front of me, but my gut says that the Heroines had less roster turnover this offseason than a lot of the other teams. A lot of the other teams had big roster turnovers, not so much the Heroines.
A lot of reformatting here.
Yeah, I think for Heroines, probably their biggest loss was Jen Falk, who didn't go to another WNXL team. She went to play D3.
Oh, so this is news to me. I've kind of been out of it for a little bit.
Oh, yeah, welcome to WNXL.
Thank you. It's good to be back from this side.
Yeah, we need some kind of centralized player tracker system because
I know. I've just been.
It's so hard to follow.
Here we go. We're about to see guns up, I'm sure.
Tiki's got to pull out something here.
Heroines are going in for that quick kill. Looks like all 5 guns up, huh?
Tiki delays into the snake. I think they're going to get there clean. Now
well,
up the middle.
Heroines are the first ones into the snake, but Tiki's is the first one into the 50 contraption. Yeah. My 50 contraption.
Tiki also moving outwards.
But they did take more ground in the snake off the. There we go. Are we going to see a snake battle? Are we going to see some rundowns?
I think the Tiki's player can go ahead and move that brick. That really.
She's playing really aggressively, and this is good. This is what they need. They know they need this point.
I'm going to guess this is Paige, although I can't see her jersey at the moment.
Paige, guys. She usually does play snake, so. And she's definitely covered more ground. She just needs to, careful check off on this lane right here for this brick. So that's obviously a really squirrely place to be if you've got a Dorito.
Based on the lack of paint coming in, I don't think the Heroines are aware of where Paige is.
I see a couple. Well, you know what? I bet you they're bounce shots because they're.
I
saw a couple balls. They might just be strays, but.
I think they're shooting over her bunker towards something further back in the snake. They're not aware.
Okay, so she's good shot in.
There you go.
And she's covering some good ground, and I have a feeling something's about to get rowdy.
So Paige looks on the outside. There's no immediate kills to be had. So if I were her, you need to switch the inside. Look, what you're always looking for as a snake player, look for free kills.
Yep.
Make your move, look both ways, look for free kills, and then go back to concentrating.
Keep that head on a swivel for sure. Heroines still have someone at the home, and they're only at the snake 2. And it appeared to have a D1 and a tower here.
Still 5 alive for both teams this late in this point.
Doritos are starting to push up. They're starting to fill. She went to the. Yeah, they're starting to push.
There's a small win going on here for the Heroines, even if nothing's happening. The clock, right? We're now approaching 3 minutes.
They're definitely playing that. They're trying to run that clock down. I think as the clock does go down and they can stay alive as long as they can, I think things are going to happen. But so far it seems pretty conservative, except OHANA's already taking the snake 50.
Oh, I think she takes one on the neck.
Let's see. Let's call for a check.
Yeah, Paige is going to take a walk. That is a huge loss for Tiki. That was their best chance to blow this open.
I know.
All hope is not lost. They can still push up that Dorito side.
For sure. So I wonder if their snake player, is this Carrie in the snake right now? If she's going to move up and take this ground. We do have someone on the center wing over here, the south wing. And here she goes. She can get her in the back if she's quiet and slick about it. Let's just see.
It's got to be Blanco, I think, based on the stature.
And now that wing over here in the center is looking at the Dorito side. So if she's not careful, but luckily her 2 behind her over here at this little.
Frankly, the Heroines only need to sit now.
They've
now blown out the middle.
Stay alive.
Right? They're up by 3-0. We're now under 2 minutes for the clock. This is the Heroines sit time.
Yeah. And I will say that the other team is in a good defensive mode right now. They're playing it safe, but they're kind of almost, I don't want to say they're stuck, but they might be doing the waiting game. Yeah.
I mean, for Tiki, playing a defensive game, it's with under 2 minutes on the clock, they're down by 3.
Yeah.
This is not good.
And Carrie just got shot out of snake. So honestly, no, Carrie's in the snake right now. We had 2.
That was one of the Blancos.
Okay, they're both in the snake.
Yeah. Normally you got Blancos on the field. The snake is lousy with Blancos.
Yep.
Just completely covered.
Some of the worst. We still have our OHANA side here, staying strong, staying alive. I think one just pushed up Doritos.
Yep, we're up to D2. And we are very quickly approaching the 1 minute mark.
Right, Dorito checking off inside, but you just have Heroines just went up to the center wing. 60 seconds on the clock now.
For the TIKIS coach, put away your towel. There's no point in that anymore.
Uh-oh, we have might have a little something going on right here.
Yep, she's going to cross.
Oh.
Total.
Is she going to, I think.
Yeah. Easy kill.
I can't tell if that was already paint on her. Again, I'm seeing things. It's really bright.
The refs, good news, the refs will sort that out for us.
Yeah, thank God.
All right, so they're going to go down 4-0. That did not, nothing about that went right for Tiki. They did have a good job getting up to this snake 50.
That was, it was good, aggressive. I think they could have cinched that a little bit tighter.
Yeah, couldn't make anything out of it, and then from that point it was done. And the clock is now wildly out of reach for Tiki. All right, well, if you want a close match, here's what we got. 7 minutes on the clock. We got Sirens versus Immortal Angels.
Yep. 2-2.
2v2, 7 minutes on the clock. The refs are going to pause, do a little bit of bunker maintenance. All right, you haven't played the field, but you've seen it enough. What do you think of this layout?
So it's definitely, just by looking at it, just from experience, it does look, obviously, covering the most land, getting to the center 50 is going to help you win. And then I think you just stay alive. You know, I'm going to play it tomorrow. We're going to walk through it, especially being at my height. I can't see a lot of things. I can't even see over the snake knuckle, to be honest with you. But I am excited to see how it's going to play. I have heard different things. I've heard, first one in the snake, I've heard pushing the Doritos hard. So we're going to see what's going to happen. Obviously, everyone we play is going to be different. So
having watched enough of these NXL tournaments over the course of the whole weekend, it's that whole nature finds a way. Yeah. There always seems to end up being balance on how to attack either Dorito or snake. Yeah. Because let's say the field layout favors the snake, which is pretty typical.
Yeah.
And the snake's the incredible dominant. Well, then what happens is a lot of guns start focusing on the snake,
which
and
they forget about the Dorito side.
They forget the Dorito side. So then you start seeing the Dorito side win a bunch of games.
Yeah. If you're blessed to have a very aggressive Dorito player that can easily take that, take over those Doritos and get into their land real quick and just be aggressive with it. It's going to be a bad day for you, for the other team, but it can happen for sure. I think a lot of things can happen on this layout. I've seen center heavy, I've seen Dorito heavy, I've seen snake heavy, so it's.
I'm a bit surprised by how heavily the middle has been played. I did not see that coming before this weekend.
I don't want to be caught up there in the middle.
Yeah, it's a one-way trip.
Lost.
Yeah, well, no, it's a two-way trip. You get to it, and then you go back to your pit.
Yep.
All right.
Here we go. Can we do 5 alive on Immortal Angels to my right?
Sirens 5 alive on your left. Doubled up at home, although I think one of them got clipped. Yep.
They both
did.
Get
clipped.
See, you got to be really careful doing that on this layout with all this paint. You have to get tight in there with your neighbor.
Yeah. I'm an advocate of don't stay doubled up at home for long. You got to get out of there.
Yeah.
It's just too dangerous.
Might work with the 2 Blancos in the center.
Right. Tiny people.
Yeah. Anyone taller than that ain't going to work. We've got... Yeah, Sirens have covered into the snake 50 land, so they're in the safe territory. And you know what? She's battling with the god over here, this little snake insert. And she just shot her out, so she can.
Nice. They
need to communicate that make sure D side's clear so that she can push up. Because if she wants to, she can get this snake. Now she's looking snake side, and now she's got a gun on her. But if she would have gone up real quick, she would have had her in the pack, and I think she clipped her too.
Yeah, Jamie gets another kill here.
Great job.
Oh, now she's going to blow up that tower.
There she goes. Now this is her chance to gun up and move down that snake and close it out. And her 2 should be following to hang that towel.
She does lose a teammate on the backside from the Sirens over in the Doritos. Oh, my God. Actually, look, the Immortal Angels are creeping down the Dorito side.
I wonder if this is going to be a race to tag, and who's going to get this?
Does Jamie see it? Jamie sees it. Oh. I think she got her.
She's going to check herself.
Yeah, she got her. Good shooting by Jamie. That's 4 kills?
Yeah, that was great.
There you go. Hero of the match.
Jamie
San Roman. Well done.
Heck yeah. Way to do it.
In a tied match. Well done.
Definitely needed that, but that was great. Good playing.
All right. Well, Tikis has 40 seconds on the clock. They're down by 4 points. The match is gone. Let's just move on from that. So, if you're the coach of Tiki, what do you do here?
Well, honestly, a very aggressive, the aggressive bread and butter, as I call it, and that's 50 snake off the break.
Sure.
50, 2 people through the center, 1 on each side, through around Dorito 50. That's what I would do.
Send 5 to the snake.
Go crazy.
I mean,
Go crazy.
I would either use this as an opportunity
Anything
to
can
give some of your bench players a little more spin time.
100%.
Or try a crazy breakout you haven't tried before. Use it as a practice. Use it as
this is all experience
Yeah.
and character building at this point.
character building.
I mean, I love that, though, because it's, it helps you learn what not to do.
You sound like somebody used the phrase character building to
I
hurt you.
I had a rough last 18 years.
Fair. A lot of character building.
We're losing some bodies over here off OHANA's side already, but they've also covered the snake first. So they're already in there, and she's being very secretive about, which is great.
Oh, they
Here we
lose
go.
the tower. All right. That's an opportunity for Tiki.
She has heavy guns on her right now on the snake.
16 seconds, though. Tiki needs to be running.
A race for speed.
Yeah, Tiki should be having bodies running through the middle right now if they really want to win this. But if they don't, it's fine. It doesn't matter.
They will. I mean, they're going in for a check at the wing, and he just pulled someone out.
There's a minor on the back. There's a minor on the backside of Tiki.
And that is game.
That is it.
That win will go to the Heroines.
Yeah, Heroines convincingly won that. Tiki, unfortunately, even during the points where they had opportunities. They had opportunities to win points here, and too many times they're a little bit too hesitant or just lost a gunfight. They just couldn't close it out.
There we go.
All right, Angels in a much better position. They're down by 1 point. 5 minutes, 40 seconds on the clock. Tons and tons of time.
And there is a timeout.
There's a timeout. I would guess the average game time on this field for WNXL, probably around 2 minutes.
Yeah.
So you're down by a point. If you lose, down by 2, let's say that would put you at 3 minutes. It's still possible. Angels could lose a point, and they still have enough time to tie it up. Of course, they don't want to lose this point, but if they do, all hope is not lost unless it's some crazy 4-minute point.
Well, we will see. I guess anything can happen right now. Doing some bunker maintenance here, cleaning them off, getting them ready. Let's see if we can get 5 alive from each side.
Well, I would hope so. They took a timeout.
I know.
That would be,
my goodness.
That would be criminal.
It's hot out here. Also, shout out to these refs for working this all day. Doing the Lord's work.
It's funny. A lot of players take the Lord's name in vain when they're dealing with refs, but, you know.
Hey, you gotta be nice to the refs.
This is a really...
Apologies if I shoot you this weekend.
This is probably the best reffing crew I've ever watched. And I've been watching
they're doing really good.
3 years.
And I'm impressed. I see the ladder now. They brought the ladder in so you can get a better visual. Love that.
Their economy platform.
I love it.
All right. Angels on your left. They're down by a point. They got plenty of time, though.
Here we go. Heavy center play, doubling up the home for Sirens. And we just lost one on the Sirens trying to run into the snake.
Angels 5 alive. They do get out to that Dorito, and they're up the middle.
Snake is empty.
Both teams. Angels have a player in the snake insert. Actually, yeah, so they have an opportunity to get into the snake. I don't see that for the Sirens right now. I don't see them with anybody poised to get into the snake.
And I think they're definitely shooting heavy on that snake one, trying to prevent that. That snake one cake is just taking a beating.
There you go. Angels into the snake one.
There we go. And he's going in for a check.
Clean.
On Immortal. She's good. And we have a snake corner here for the Sirens.
Also clean for the Angels. Do we still have 5 alive over there for the Sirens?
We are 4.
We're 4,
yep.
Okay.
And she's just moving into the snake brick from the corner on the Sirens.
So Angels got into the snake first, but then pretty much stopped. Stopped at snake 1, which is not the key.
No.
She's got her gun working, but these are not high probability shots she's taking.
And let's see. She's taking some heat. We got Immortal Angels are just moving down the Doritos now. She's in Dorito 2. This brick is taking quite a beating as well over here for the Sirens.
So there's Incorrect. Okay, there is the tower hot, the snake tower hot for the Sirens.
And they just killed the Sirens. Their snake player is out. So that is 2 losses for the Sirens right now. And you have their tower is trying to monitor this snake over here for Immortal Angels.
Mercedes Walter, she bounces out to this mini brick from that S1 knuckle. That's something. She still needs to fight her way past the snake tower. The snake tower is going to take a walk. This is Mercedes'
We just lost our tower. So this is her time to go.
She's got to go. We're down to 3:20. Still good on time.
Someone needs to relay to her that she's gone. She needs to move.
Yep.
She could walk right on up this snake and just annihilate the rest of the bodies if she really wanted to.
Did you see that body language? She wanted to go all the way to the brick, and then she's like, nah, I should stop.
Well, you need to communicate that you can.
Yep.
That's all communication because 2 more just walked off, and here we go. They're gonna close it out.
Yep.
It was very conservative, but you know, hey, it worked, right?
It worked.
And now it's tied back up.
3-3. I would not be shocked if this game goes to 4-4 overtime.
Here we go. There we go. Oh.
All right, so we are tied up 3-3, 3 minutes on the clock.
Sure looks full.
Sirens, Angels. Angels have been maybe a little bit more aggressive getting to the snake early, but then they need to finish that aggression, get up to that 50, and do some damage.
10 seconds.
And I'm not on the field with them, so I don't know what would be stopping them, if it's a communication thing or an awareness, or maybe they just want to play more conservative.
Yeah, that could be their practice style.
Yeah.
It can be who they're practicing against.
This was a good breakout right here. At 5 alive.
Sirens up to that.
They got up to that wing, that snake wing, or I guess that 50 wing.
Yeah, standing wedge, whatever you want to.
Yeah.
Thank you for not breaking into bunker calls like she's behind the Cobra.
No.
None of the viewers know what you're talking about.
Oh, wow. We have a penalty from San Francisco Sirens. Minor.
So they're going to lose some of their Dorito side then?
We lost one person on Immortal Angels walking off. It looks like from Dorito's side.
All right. Sirens had an ugly fill into this mini temple, but it worked out. She's going to stay alive.
We just lost 2 over here from Immortal Angels coming from the center.
So we're now at the 2-minute mark. Ooh.
You guys lost. San Francisco Sirens just lost someone on Dorito's side. And 2 more.
Yeah, we have entered very interesting territory as a coach, right?
Very.
Because if you're under 2 minutes and the game is tied up, how much time do you have to have?
And Immortal Angels just got into the snake, and she is stopping at the snake too. However, I wonder if they've relayed those calls of how many kills they have, because we have someone over here on San Francisco Sirens looking at Dorito's side. So she's moving up the snake, and I don't know. I think she sees her now. But she's also got some heat coming in from Dorito. So it looks like a 2-on-1.
If you're the Sirens coach, you've got to towel out. This is not winnable.
Yeah.
And you're running out of time. He towels out. I would have argued toweling out about 20 seconds ago. Okay.
Wow. All right.
We're fine. We're fine. We got a minute 20 for the Sirens to try to pull this back. which is fine. Minute 20 is not nothing. It's certainly workable.
For sure.
All right, we are next ball. So I'll say the ways that I thought this field was going to play and what I've actually seen since the beginning of the weekend.
Yeah, what do you think?
So I thought this field was going to play a lot slower out to the tapes. I thought there were a lot of open shooting lanes for your gunners to stop movements into the snake, into D1. I did not expect to see so much pushing up the middle, but now we're getting to the point where
it's crazy.
It's great. Yeah, it's almost every game somebody's going to the middle 50 basically off the break. So I agree. I didn't expect that. But that's what you get over the course of the weekend, and I don't know any other word to use it than meta. The meta of this field changes every single event. Yeah,
and I will say, like, with a lot of the big wings and stuff that they have in the center, it's kind of intimidating, especially if you're 4'10". But if you're a tall person and you guys can just attack that, I think it's a great center. But there's a lot going on.
I think standing in the center is very, very dangerous. Your survivability is low. So being 4'10 is kind of nice.
I'd say running through would be good. But you're going to take one for the team.
Yeah. Well, there's so much vision blocked through the middle. I think you can do stuff like run-throughs, and it's really hard for the other team to pick you up. Against this reffing crew, it's dangerous because if you take 3 steps with a hit on your pack, you're
I will say they've been great about being very vigilant with shots, and like I said, you got the guy in the ladder now, like looking down at everything, and you've got a bunch on each side. So 10 seconds, here we go for this breakout. San Francisco Sirens versus Immortal Angels to your left.
Sirens got to go. They got a minute 20. They cannot play slow ball.
And they are doing the aggressive center. No one in the snake.
5 alive for both teams. Sirens are doubled up at home.
The snake corner over here.
Snake corner's hot.
She's getting.
So her job is probably mostly just keep her gun crossed to stop any run-throughs.
60 seconds at this point. I know they just want to try to stay alive, but this is San Francisco Sirens. This is their time to kind of strategically come through.
I'm not seeing it, though. I'm not seeing enough Sirens making
it looks like
big bumps.
I don't know if that was a hopper hit. She's good. This spray. But she's in the snake, but like I said, we've got 40 seconds left on this clock.
She's
moving up the snake, though. She knows what she wants. We've got 1 kill on Immortal Angel's side. And she is...
We're now at 30 seconds.
And she is coming. She's coming for it. And you've got someone in the Dorito 3 as well.
Tower. 3 players left alive for Immortal Angels. 20 seconds on the clock.
This snake... little tower here is she's looking inside, but she is shooting cross with that center. So center sees her. She just needs to be careful about that. Like I said, with the sun, this is where she could potentially get clear, but she just got her. That's a 2-pack for her.
4 seconds.
And she's going to try to tag.
Oh, no. Did she get chopped by her teammate?
No, they had someone in Dorito. She was looking at her coming through. So that Dorito, too, kind of.
Wow.
That was crazy.
Wow, what a finish.
We love that aggression. That was great.
What a finish. A near
so close.
Miracle for the Sirens. Almost hit the buzzer.
I know.
She was right there like a foot away.
Oh, yeah, been there.
Ugh.
It's a kind of a shitty feeling, but, you know.
All right.
That last girl in the Doritos got her, too. So
FCC is coming after us now because we just dropped an S-bomb on her. Thanks,
I'm sorry.
No, we're fine. Nobody cares. FCC's not watching us. We're good. All right. Well, good luck on Sunday.
Thank you so much.
Right?
Yeah. Thanks for having me on.
Hey, please come back.
It's been a while.
I hope you enjoyed yourself.
I did.
Great to work with. Do it again.
Thank you. Absolutely. See you soon.
Thank you so much. That is it for our
guys.
day. We're going to take a break and come back to you tomorrow with more NXL action here in the shadow of Raymond James Stadium down in Tampa Bay.
Stay hydrated, guys.
Stay hydrated.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. We'll see you tomorrow.